The Crystal Rogers murder finally gets a conviction after 10 long years. The jury reaching a verdict after 4 hours. And hello, everybody. I'm Connie Leonard.
And I'm Doug Proffitt. And 30 minutes ago, the jury throws the book at Brooks Houck, the recommended maximum sentence of life. It's finally justice for Crystal Rogers, justice for the Ballard family, justice for Bardstown. At 1:30 today, the jury finding Brooks Houck, all along the chief murder suspect, guilty of murder being a principal or accomplice, and guilty of tampering with physical evidence.
And Joseph Lawson, one of the alleged accomplices in the case, also found guilty of conspiracy to commit murder and guilty of tampering with physical evidence.
WHAS 11 News legal analyst Nick Mudd is joining us here. He has been with us since we've been on the air at 1:30 today with that verdict as it came in. Nick, as you have been watching this sentencing, the recommended sentencing again from the jury, which came out just a little while ago, what's being weighing on you here as to how Brooks Houck got the maximum sentence of life?
I mean, the jury absolutely gave him the max, and not only the max, they gave him life plus the extra 5 years consecutive with the tampering physical evidence charge. Now, that doesn't have any effect on terms of parole eligibility and things like that. However, I think it sends a message that they were disgusted, they were fed up, and I think wanted to send a message to him, let him know that, you know, this is completely unacceptable, and they were absolutely just completely upset and had no tolerance for what happened to Crystal Rogers.
And Nick, for the folks who are just joining us here at 4 o'clock, you were surprised by the Joseph Lawson conviction.
I was. You know, we just didn't hear much over the course of the trial about Joseph Lawson. There was some mention. Unfortunately, we heard from a witness, Charlie Gurley, who mentioned statements that Joseph Lawson had made, and we heard about statements of Stephen Lawson, his father, and really the jury wanted to rehear that testimony today, and ultimately not only did they convict him of both charges, they gave him the maximum penalty, and they ran those consecutive, which means they stacked, they maxed each one and stacked them. So really, I mean, they had no sympathy for him either.
This jury has been moving at lightning speed, and our Shay Mallister was in the courtroom as those verdicts were read.
And moments ago, the recommended sentencing. She joins us live now from Bowling Green. Shay.
We'll be back with that Bowling Green live report in just a minute. So, Nick, let's pick up on the conversation right there. The fact that this jury moved so fast, I mean, this was so much faster than even the Steve Lawson verdict came in, and we're talking a major murder charge here.
It was, and Doug, they came back, I told you and Connie, they came back in like less than 4 hours, and that includes they had lunch too, so keep that in mind.
Right.
Figure 30, 40, 45 minutes to eat. Really, they probably a little over 3 hours for a case that we thought was, you know, mostly circumstantial, which it was. No hard evidence here, no body, no weapon. And, you know, when they came back, I looked at both of you and I said, they're in trouble. They are in big, big trouble. When a jury comes back that fast on a case that's circumstantial, you know that they mean business, and I think it reflected in the penalty that they assessed for both individuals.
All right. Let's pick up where we were right there.
Yes, absolutely. Our Shay Mallister was in the courtroom when the verdicts were read and during sentencing. Shay, what can you tell us?
Hey guys, what you're seeing right now is the Ballard family walking out of the courtroom. They're being escorted by security staff here on their way to vehicles. To tell you a little bit more about how this felt for them, there was sobs in the courtroom as the verdict came down. Guilty of murder is what this family has been hoping for and praying for the last 10 years, and it has taken them fully 10 years to get here. Finally, friends of the family came out and told me finally, prayers have been answered today. We are showing you now the family as they walk to the car on their way back to Bardstown. And we've also learned that Bardstown is rallying around them tonight. They are planning a show of support this evening to show the Ballard family just how much this verdict means to the entire community. They are planning on lining the streets back in Bardstown tonight in Crystal's favorite color, pink, and Tommy Ballard's favorite color, green, to show them that this is something the entire community has been waiting for and praying for. And of course, it has been a very long 10 years.
You have covered this for those 10 years. Sherry, did you get a chance to talk to her at all right after, or was that it? just what we just saw them being taken out.
Shay, are you still there with us? Okay, we'll pick up with that in just a minute. Again, what an amazing thing that Shay just told us, though.
Oh, and it really
the
is.
The town of Bardstown coming out at 5 p.m. on the courthouse square. You almost get emotional thinking about this. Going to be dressed in pink and green.
Right.
And
What Sherry was wearing
they're
today.
going to rally around this family. You saw Sherry Ballard leaving there. And then again, that's at 5 p.m. We, of course, are there in Bardstown already. We'll be having that for you as this whole plays out. This incredible day after 10 years. That really, it became the trial of the decade for Kentucky. Nothing was bigger. Everybody was really watching this so closely. And it comes out with the verdict that a lot of us wondered would actually happen, because you saw the massive searches of these farms. You wondered what the evidence would be, and then it turns out to be a circumstantial case.
Absolutely. And this is an evolving story right now. I mean, Shay is following the family. And of course, we're going to have much more reaction coming up in just a few minutes.
All right. We'll pick up with that coverage in just a second. Let's talk